What's up, YouTube broadcasters? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
What about YouTube viewers?
Viewers, broadcasters, whatever.
Well, whatever, you know. Okay. This is the... Do we have a name?
No, we don't.
Oh,
we have people now.
Okay, well, we'll eventually get to the name. For now, it's the DNA Show. I'm Dave.
I'm Alex, yours truly.
And DNA is supposed to be Dave and Alex. We started this as kids just because we thought it was cool. But now, the point of the show is, we have a dream to seek out. We're two teenage guys who, has a dream to become one of the, if not the greatest, one of the greatest tag teams ever in professional wrestling. And, that's just pretty much the main plot is, us getting to where we, getting to there. You'll see clips of us training, wrestling, whatever, as crappy as it may look, And
have as much fun on the way as possible.
Pretty much. So, you'll get some side clips that are just completely
random,
pointless. Enjoy.
Alright, well, generally, here's how it is, sweet and short. I was raised up, my dad always, whenever I used to come over to his place, every time there would always be wrestling on, and I would always get into it. Me and him would just pretend to wrestle, and I always used to get into it. And as I got older, I got into it more and more, and I started to wrestle with my brother, and get the wrestling games, and eventually we started to get when DVDs first started to come out. I remember the first DVD we ever got was the Rock DVD. It was
Was it the People's Champion?
Yeah, that's what it was. And I just remember at the time, it was middle school, going into high school-ish. I knew some people that kind of liked wrestling, but nobody that really ever got into wrestling. And I remember one day I was just telling Dave, I was telling him, because I let him borrow No Mercy for the N64. I don't know if
awesome game.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you have ever played that, but that's probably hands down, one of the best. Wrestling games ever. So he really got into it. So I wrote down...
Explain the guy who really caught my eye.
Yeah, and Scotty Too Hottie, really caught his eye,
I thought wrestlers were big guys, your mom's ugly, wear Speedos, and and then I see this guy doing the worm as finisher. I mean, that's crazy. That is awesome. I'm like, that's who I'm going to be.
We started to really get into wrestling, we started having our own matches, we started to really get into it, At first, we didn't know what, wrestling was like. We thought it was like, when we wrestle, we really hurt each other,
yeah.
We would be matches where he would be putting me in a full Nelson, I'd be passed out, and I'd come back and I'd still win the match.
He pretty much beat me every match, but then when I finally started working out, I started beating him, so it just goes back and forth. And of course, when he says we used to really hurt each other, we really did hurt each other. It was, wait, I want to be zooming in on my face, okay. Yes, that will be in the movie, or show, damn it. Bloopers! The best of.
You got a love for him, but then there's something that there's a passion for it. And, this is it, It's like, because, when you fall in love, everything's not as bad. Because, when you fall in love with something, it's only half as bad, because, you know, you stub your toe or whatever, it's like, well, whatever, you know, it's like wrestling, this was the new love, I guess. I mean...
What do you mean exactly?
It sounds a little cheesy, I know, but I mean, this is what, you know, we decided, we sat down, this is what we were going to do. We were going to become the great...
Do you mind if I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't like in the movies, you know, of course life is never like the movies. It wasn't we're sitting down one day and we're like, what do we want to do in life? And then a light hits us. This is what we want to do now. We're walking down the street, going to Blockbuster, renting probably a new wrestling video game at the time. And, you know, it's just, we're like, you know, hey, let's do whatever we can to get onto one episode of SmackDown. But then our friend told us, Shane, or as we call him, Shady, you know, he's like, you know, he taught me stuff. He was my mentor. He got me into working out. I got Alex into working out. If it wasn't for him, we probably would have never get to where we are now, and probably, you know, would never make it into the wrestling business. I mean, sure, we got a long road to go ahead, but, you know, he taught me, you know, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it to the moon, at least you make it to the stars. Now, yeah, he didn't make that quote, but, you know, he learned it from someone who I forget the name, but, you know, that taught me, you know, why not shoot to be, you know, not just going to SmackDown, why not shoot to be the greatest tag team? Get in that mind of state. We are the greatest. You cannot change it.
Great.
Hall of Fame.
Be, you know, not just WWE and get a tag team belt. No, go to wherever you can. Win all the tag belts, you know. TNA, WWE, I mean, wherever. It's just, you gotta...
Well, JCW we gotta add on the list.
Yeah. But it's, you know, you gotta be the greatest wherever, whenever, A-game, 110% wherever you go.
Yeah. From ICP's book. By the way, y'all should read, and I'm not being paid to promote this, just some crappy YouTube show, which hopefully we'll be making money for in the future, you know, make our own DVD collection and stuff. Not to steal from the Hardy Boys, but I'm saying from ICP's book, Insane Clown Posse,
Behind the Paint.
Behind the Paint, thank you.
By Violent J.
By Violent J.
A.K.A. Joe Bruce.
We get it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, they did not take failure as an option. Do not, you know, this is one thing for your mom to tell you or your teacher to tell you, you can do whatever you want in life. No, do not take failure as an option. Keep, you know, they were
19 at the time. They decided they didn't know what they wanted to do. And then you go, well, you know, this is what we're going to do. And you know what? There is no room for failure. Because if we don't do this, what else do we have?